I'm Jim Price, and I'm keeping my clothes on. Uh, I'm a. I know you're happy to hear that. I'm a serial tech entrepreneur for 25 years and counting in the software and internet space here in Ann Arbor. I also teach at Michigan Ross, teach entrepreneurship, and serve as an entrepreneur in residence at Zell Lurie Institute. I have the pleasure today of introducing you to JamHawk. Now, let's talk about music. Music affects all of us in our lives. It touches us in various ways, but all of us are fans. Some of us are also musicians. Music affects all of us. The digital music business in the US alone is $5 billion right now and growing. But there's a problem. It's so easy to, on the one hand, for us to access digital music, but it's too often the popular stuff, the hits, or the golden oldies. How do we go about, I've been struggling with this for years, discovering neat new stuff, to discover those great new tunes, to discover those great new artists. Here's the cool thing. JamHawk has cracked that code. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Brandon Sledge-Mellon. Brandon is a fellow entrepreneur, a fellow recovering musician, and a really good friend. Brandon?
I say if we're gonna do it right. If we're gonna do this, do it right.
Thank you, Jim. Hi, I'm Brandon Sledge-Mellon, founder of JamHawk, a music discovery service. I'm here today to unearth the greatest music you never knew existed. I'm here to do this because discovering great music, the music that's just right for you, is incredibly hard. Music discovery is hard. It's hard because it's so fragmented. As you look at this chart, you'll see a list of different services that people use to discover new music in 2015. One thing you'll notice is that people used AM/FM radio and friends and family more than the music technology to discover new music. The music technology is not solving the music discovery problem. As you look even closer, you'll notice that people even used Facebook more than Spotify to discover new music. It's because this market is so fragmented that users are so open to using new services. Nielsen found that over 80% of Americans with music streaming accounts had more than one music streaming service. Now, the market research suggests this number is so high because there's such a significant level of dissatisfaction. People can't get the experience they want, so they're forced to build it by using different services for different functions. Here's a little bit about why this is happening. As you look at this Venn diagram, you'll see that we've listed different services. Now, these services provide a bevy of different functions. Some they perform well and some they don't. The point here is that nobody focuses exclusively on active music discovery, and therefore they don't do it all that well. But at JamHawk, this is all that we do. We're completely built for music discovery, from concept to product. It starts by employing a scientific approach to music discovery. Recently, neuroscientists revealed that activity within the ventral striatum, a key portion of our brain's reward system, was significantly correlated with the eventual commercial success of new songs as respondents were scanned while listening to new music. Now, these incredible results serve as the basis of our hit prediction system that we use to distill millions and millions of song possibilities into a smaller, optimized database of 30,000 songs of the highest quality. Furthermore, we provide you with a service where you can find fresh new music, quickly get down to what's just right for you, and seamlessly integrate your findings into your existing libraries like Spotify and iTunes. Now, we do this because it's a huge benefit to you. But we also do this because you don't have to change much about your current behavior. Our discovery system is currently available to you as a web interface, and we're building our iPhone app, which will be released this month. As you look at our interface, you'll notice intuitive and innovative tools that will help you unearth the greatest music you never knew existed. But first, let's talk a little bit more about the market, how we're different, and why we win. As we look at the market, we can examine it according to its key features. Let's start by separating the players into listening systems on the left and discovery systems on the right, meeting user behavior on both active and passive fronts. We'll begin in the lower right with passive discovery. The leader here is Shazam. The problem with Shazam is that you use it when you already know the song you like. You're just looking to get more information about it. As we move to passive listening, the leader here is Pandora. The problem with Pandora is that it's incredibly restrictive in debuting new music. Not only that, you don't have any control over your next song choice. Ultimately, this is a confining experience. As we move to active listening with Spotify, Spotify is an on-demand streaming service. The problem with Spotify is that it's over 30 million songs. How are you supposed to find the fresh new music that's just right for you when you're looking at a list and lists of songs? It's simply overwhelming. So where do you go when you're actively looking to discover new music? There's no one in this space. This is why we've strategically chosen to focus our efforts on active music discovery and solve the pain point that so many people in this market face. Now let's take a look at how it works. As you look at our interface, you'll notice that we're specifically designed to conquer this problem of active music discovery. And it starts by addressing two of the key issues I just highlighted: too overwhelming and too confining. It starts with our filter system that solves the problem of being too overwhelmed. This enables you to distill lists and lists of songs into the songs that are just right for you. We allow you to select genre, subgenre, and popularity to quickly get to what you want. Next, we implement a recommendation system that solves the problem of being too confining. We're actually giving you a choice over your next song. These 4 songs in our recommendation system sit down at the bottom of the player, and they're based on your current filter selections, your current song selections, and your history of likes and dislikes. Now that you've seen a little bit about the functionality, let's talk about some use cases for when a system like this would be most helpful. Here's Barbecue Brian. He's throwing a party for his friends. He spends all day preparing and at the last minute looks at his Spotify account and notices that all of the songs in his playlist have grown old. And an old playlist at a barbecue party is pretty lame, Brian. But if he were a JamHawk user, he could use our filter system to quickly find the fresh new music in his favorite genre, ensuring his party is a success. Next, we have Road Trip Rachel. She's going out of town this weekend with her friends. Now, she's someone her friends normally look to for recommendations, but unfortunately, she didn't have time to build her playlist like she normally does. But if she were a JamHawk user, she could use our recommendation system to build this list in real time, ensuring she doesn't lose any credibility with her friends. Finally, we have Workout Will. Will's a busy person. Today, he gets to the gym on his lunch break, pulls out his phone, and starts flipping through songs in his workout playlist, and notices that they're all incredibly old, and it's just not that motivating anymore. But if he were a JamHawk user, he would never have this problem. He could use our seamless integrations to keep his playlist fresh and exciting, ensuring he always gets a great workout. Now, these examples, although they don't represent all use cases, are all indicative of a larger problem. Why do Brian, Rachel, and Will struggle so much to find fresh new music and to build playlists? It's because they all suffer from a very serious condition known as playlisteria faticulomicus, colloquially known as playlist fatigue syndrome. They're perfect potential users of JamHawk, which would have saved them a lot of time and a lot of fatigue. 2 months ago, we launched the beta version of our web application as we were building our mobile app. We've since grown to over 500 beta testers who've given us great feedback that we've been able to iterate into our mobile build. One of the key metrics we wanted to track when we started was skip rate, or the percentage of time a person hits the skip button while they're in our system. Now, we wanted to track this because we wanted to be sure that our recommendations were actually working. When we started, we saw a skip rate of about 38%. As we've grown, been able to iterate feedback, and optimize content, we've been able to drive this rate down to 23%, and we continue to improve in this endeavor. I would love to talk more about the upcoming release of our iPhone app, so please come and find me after the presentations if you're interested in chatting about JamHawk. And let's talk about how JamHawk can help you unearth the greatest music you never knew existed. Thank you.
I say if we're gonna do it, do it.